everybody, and welcome back for episode 8 of Luck and Chaos. We had a little bit of a mic drop, bomb drop, post-potion brewing reveal last episode. Yay! You guys all survived. You made it back to the home base. What are you doing for the rest of the evening? Are you all just going to bed?
Yeah. I'm looking at my spell slots. I got 3 left, and I'm at 22 hit points. I need a nap. I need an apple juice.
Yeah, I think the plan was to long rest, and then we could actually start the journey to finding some vampires.
I think before going to bed, Yuiza, kind of smelling of cut up herbs and potion ingredients, will ask Sulong, do we still have any sending scrolls?
He will rustle in his bag and pull 2 out.
Could I have one?
No, and he'll put them back in his bag. Of course you can have one.
I was about to wrestle you for it, and I may not have one, but I would have taken you down with me.
Oh, okay. You know what? That's about right. That sounds about right.
Thank you.
Everything okay?
Yes, I made this just now. She'll give you a vial of kind of this purpley potion that has this expanding pink swirl in it.
Hey, Yuiza, I don't need to kill anyone.
Oh, no, it's not a poison. I would have labeled that properly.
So, what's it do?
Well, you know how you're big and strong?
Thanks. Flattery will get you everywhere.
Well, it's a fact, but yes. Well, this makes you bigger and stronger. It's a potion of growth with a little bit of Yuiza extra.
Wait. If I take this and I cast enlarge on myself.
I don't know. You'd have to test it out.
Can you make another one, or should I just save this?
I can make another one. I just have to get the ingredients. But yeah, it has a little extra. As a player, it gives you +1 to intimidation checks for the duration as well.
Thanks.
I figured we could use all the extra help after tonight. You know, a dying will make you realize a few things.
Wait, did you die and not tell us?
I mean, I was brought back, so I kind of thought you knew. I felt that, at least. I think I was dying. I don't think I died, but I was definitely dying. But that potion's for you.
You see Sulong just raise his hands up, like, do you want a hug?
I'll be fine.
Okay.
Thank you. If I hug you right now, I'm gonna start crying, and I got things to do.
Oh, okay, yep. Well, when you're finished and you still need that hug, I'll be in my room.
Okay. And, did Fisscourth already knock out?
I can go check. Do you need it for something?
Oh, I made another potion.
You want me to hand it over to her so that you can divide your time?
Yeah. It's a potion of healing, but it also gives you +1 to saving throws for an hour.
Huh.
This is good. You know, it's got the little extra... The glitter is edible. I made sure, so...
Good night, Yuiza.
Good night. She's gonna, head out. And, she's gonna find, a little bench outside. And she's gonna use her scroll.
Where do you cast your sending to?
She doesn't know this is going to work. But she's casting it to her dad.
Okay.
I think we see her unscroll it and maybe a pile of crates on the alley next to the Wardens, not necessarily out in front of the town. It feels almost nostalgic trying to talk to her dad in an alleyway as she reads off the spell and it kind of shimmers away from the scroll. And she just takes a deep breath. Hey, Dad. I think I get now why you tried to get me to be careful. I miss you, and I hope to see you soon. I'm still looking for you. I think those are the last 2 words.
Roll me a D100.
Okay, I kid you not. I got. Well, it doesn't matter because I'm moving them now, but I think I'm pretty sure I got 10 and doubles 0, so that I think that's 100.
Okay. Get 100.
I don't know if I like that or not. We'll see.
You send this message. Missing your dad, thinking about them. You feel the magic connect. You wait. You wait. 5 minutes goes by. There's no reply yet. How long do you wait in that alley?
I think she stays and I think she stays for a little bit because at first I think she waits 5, 10, 15, 30 minutes. She's waiting, and as the time passes, I think she realizes she's not going to get a reply, and I think she just kind of starts crying. And she doesn't want to bother anybody else with it, so I think she just stays there. She cries and waits to try and get her face not be as puffy, and she probably stays for over an hour.
You stay there for over an hour, crying. Probably a bit frustrated, I'd imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And as you go to leave the alley, there's something sitting on one of the crates, stacked near the end that wasn't there before.
She, still sniffling, kind of goes towards it and grabs it to see what it is.
You pick it up, and it's a little squirrel, carved out of wood, probably harvested from the local trees. It's definitely not driftwood. And there is a little piece of paper tucked in to a hole in the paw.
Take it. I think she holds it for like a second, like try not to get her hopes up, but she will tentatively take the paper and unravel it.
You unravel it, and in your dad's handwriting, it says, 2 days, the Red Oak.
Two days?
2 days.
Okay. I think she spends another like 10 minutes just staring at that paper frozen.
You're welcome.
Thanks. God, I didn't expect anything. I was like, let's have a little sad moment. It'll be fine.
Don't worry, I'll make you sad later.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm still sad. I love it. Thank you. Oh my God. I'm so excited now.
You're welcome. After that, do you head back in?
Yeah, she will put the little paper back in the squirrel, and then she will put it in her bag right next to the statue that she had found in it.
Okay.
When she was, I believe, at the Red Oak.
Okay. Yeah. You head back in. You see Fisscourth burritoed in the common area on the second floor, not too far from your rooms, softly snoring away. Matthias is there as well. He doesn't need to sleep, so he's just sitting in one of the plush armchairs, still fully armored, just staring over Fisscourth and into the fire, waiting for you all.
Hey, do you need a bed?
I don't think I do.
Do you need anything you can use to kill?
I don't think I need that either.
If you want to.
He nods his head. Do I need to move your friend?
Where is she again? Sorry.
She is laying in front of the fire, burrito style.
No, I think she'll be fine. I think she'll be fine.
I'll make sure she doesn't roll past the hearth.
I was about to ask, yeah. Thank you, guys. See you in the morning.
Good night.
Night.
You all go to sleep. Some of you a little toastier than others. Fisscourth, at one point in the night, gentle hands carefully roll you away from the warmth. Just a little bit. Toasts a different side of you.
Oh yeah, in her sleep, she'll murmur like, "Thank you, Amma," and go back.
But you all wake in the morning to a quiet guild hall. Birds are chirping outside.
I'm snuggling precious stinky boy. I think it's morning. So long.
Just over the edge of your bed, the top half of Sulong's head just peeking up at you. Yes, it is morning.
Why are you down there?
I was gonna wake you, but you woke up before I could nudge you, so I decided to take the creepiest pose possible.
Just gonna shove his face back and get off the bed. Let's eat and let's head out. I have to be back here for 2 days.
I mean, how long's the walk we gotta do to get to the place we gotta be?
I don't know if they're going to kidnap us or time's going to be weird again or we're going to go through another portal. My worries are valid
They are.
and based on facts.
Yeah. Let's just point that aggression somewhere else. I'm just trying to... Let's go. Let's get some breakfast.
As you say, point that aggression somewhere else. There is a blood-curdling scream from the street. Before today's game, while I was prepping, I prepared a list of NPCs. As our party chose to take a long rest overnight in a town that they knew was dealing with a vampire issue. You all rolled me a d20 to select a name from that list. I rolled a d20 as well. Do you go to investigate the scream?
Yeah, we just run straight out.
Nope, the window's going open, and Sulong's just going off the side.
You know what? I'm piggybacking that.
Arat, Fisscourth, are you awake yet?
Fiss has very sensitive hearing. She's absolutely going to be awoken from her dream. And I think rushed to the sound, still blankied up, but ready to go.
I think that Arat was ready to head out before everybody else got up. But he's already in the main area. Might be the first person out the door.
So you're the first out the door, closely followed by Sulong on the other side of the building, jumping from the room's window. Yuiza tearing like a bat out of hell, to use a colloquialism, down the stairs, followed closely followed closely by a burritoed Fisscourth, being carefully helped by Matthias behind her. All right, go ahead and roll me perception.
18.
18. About the time everyone rounds the corners, comes down the stairs, hits the same front door, you narrow in on which direction the sound has come from. It has come down the street towards the east end of the street, down towards where the bookshop is.
I think, yeah, I don't, again, Arat is very much in a hyperfixation mode, his preparations. And so as he starts to figure it out, he just starts walking in that direction. There's not a alerting, there's not anything. It just starts going in that direction.
Okay. Are the rest of you following?
Yes.
If it's towards the bookshop, Sulong is taking off like a rocket.
You take off like a rocket. The rest of you not too far behind. You can roll me investigation or perception. RJ.
Perception, go.
17.
You hear the movement of crates and boxes in the same alleyway that you saved Nora from some angry bees.
It is a Akira-style slide to the corner of that alley. He puts a sticky pad paw on the wall so that he can just start climbing, not even like slowing down to turn down that alleyway.
As you make your way down the alleyway, you see two bodies amidst the crates piled in the alleyway. From where you currently are, you see a woman with blonde hair piled atop her head. Her head is drooped down, leaning against her chest, obscuring the second figure next to her. All you can view of them is a pair of legs terminating in a pair of fine brown boots.
No. He will hop down from the wall. If there is anything in its way, it is not anymore.
There is nothing in your way. You hop down in front of these two. Do you move them so you can see them better? You move to see them better, and you see the gentleman sitting upright as though he's looking up to the sky. Two marks on the side of his neck as the remainder of blood trickles down them, lifeless eyes staring at the bright morning sun. And as you go to move the woman to get a better look, her head lolls back to reveal the same marks on the opposite side of her neck, her face painted with garish makeup, appearing to be much older than she is, as you see the faces of two of the partygoers. A visiting diplomat from O'Crane named Warren Townborn. You didn't have the opportunity to speak to him, but you remember Devotion mentioning them. And the woman is the same woman you saw dancing with Swiftclaw, doing her best to maintain what little grip she had left on her youth. And a soft whimpering behind you piques your interest.
It is the tinnitus ring of blood in his ears as he hears his heart pounding. He will turn his head to see who is behind him.
You turn your head and you see Nora, a stack of trash in her arms that she had come to get rid of, trembling wide-eyed, staring at the two bodies.
It is a step. The bag of trash goes flying as Sulong just hugs her really tightly.
There. Oh, there it is.
No, don't.
No,
don't.
That's not. The rest of you round the corner and catch up.
Fisscourth assesses the scene healer style. Okay. Emotional needs being met over there. She goes over to the bodies, starts performing typical medical checks, taking pulses, readying a spell, but it's pretty clear that they're gone. How cold are they?
Very. They died sometime in the night.
Are their eyes cloudy?
I don't know enough about death, Abby, so you tell me. They died like early evening.
Early evening, so probably early stages of rigor mortis. The eyes begin to cloud. That happens like within the first 24 hours.
Okay. Have a bio major at your table, everybody. It helps.
Mm-hmm.
Please, grab the scene.
There are two bodies. She'll kind of take him closer, as you can see. Man and a woman. I believe they were at the event visiting diplomat. I think one of them was, and then the man was, and then the woman, I don't know who she was. I believe I've seen her though. She was dancing with someone. They were both at the ball, punctured wounds at their neck.
One of Swiftclaw's paramours, if I remember. Let me see if there's any identification, and I'm going to begin to look for any signs, be it a letter, just anything to put a name to these bodies.
Roll investigation. If anyone would like to help, Fisscourth can roll with advantage.
I would like to help. I think Yuiza goes and helps her lay out the bodies, just helping her get rid of unnecessary things for her that she can examine, like cleaning if there's any dirt on them, clean it off, check if there's anything under the nails, kind of like if there's any other wounds or anything. Be a little assistant.
All right, Abby, go ahead and make your roll with advantage.
All right, that's a 3. And then that's a natural 20, but because I've got a -1, that's a 19.
You go through their effects, and you see papers on the gentleman. His name is Voran Talborn. He is a diplomat visiting from Ukraine. And the woman is Lady Magdalene Villingen. She is the co-head of the Scribes Guild.
Well, looks like we have people to inform. Speaking of, where are the guards? I will fetch one immediately, post haste. You should all secure the scene.
Yes, of course. Long, why don't you take Nora inside the bookshop?
Yeah. Hey. Who screamed?
What? I saw, and then I.
Hey, no, come.
Okay.
Come on.
Uh-huh.
Guiding Nora back to the bookshop, and in the foyer of it, he's inspecting her, just 2 hands cupping her face, the other one brushing hair out of her eyes. Just, you okay? All right. A lot of shock. Okay.
She is definitely suffering from some shock. Nora is not an adventurer. She is a bookshop owner who does not have the morbid curiosity of someone who listens to true crime podcasts. Your comforting does help her. And she does calm down after a little while.
Do you have someone that you can stay with outside of the city?
No, we have family, but they're on the other side of the mountains. I could, why? You don't think whoever did that is still out there, do you?
He gives her that look like, you know what I'm gonna say.
Oh no. Oh no, I need to find my parents. I need to go. I need to find my parents. I need to find Albrecht. Albrecht was at the party with me. Did he drop me off? I need to go find my brother right now.
All right, give me 1 second. He'll swing around the corner and, hey guys, I'm gonna help Nora out with some things, all right?
Of course.
He will turn to Nora. This might get a little uncomfortable, and he'll scoop her up into a princess carry.
Oh!
Which direction does your brother live?
The grocery store's that way. The two of you head off to the grocery shop that the Farringtons own. Fisscourth, it is easy enough to find the guards. You head sort of in the vague direction towards the castle, and it's not too long before you find a guard at their post. They send out a sending to someone and then follow you to come assist you with whatever you need. In the meantime, Arat and Yuiza, what are you doing while you wait for the others?
Matthias, do you know where to find the ones that did this to you?
One of them came down from the mountains.
Do you remember which one?
The man. And one of the women.
Then either we are going to go into the mountains to attempt to find them, or we are going to patrol the city at night trying to find vampires. At this point, I'm leaning towards the latter, as this is multiple attacks in a short span.
You don't think they had anything to do with the pirates?
Right now, I don't know much about this Brian vampire, but I know enough about the one vampire named Mercy. That is my focus. This is a connection to a member of my past, and I wish to handle this. It may have something to do with the pirates. We could potentially chase the pirates, but people are dying here in this town. I thought that perhaps we were going to be following the trail out of the city into the mountains, and they're still killing people here in this town, which means they are not far.
Close enough to be able to come in and out of the city after hunting in one night.
They could possibly even be staying in the city.
If I remember correctly from the book, I'll double check. If one of them's Brian, vampire, at least, they can't come to land for long. So they would have to be somewhere where there would be enough water for maybe a ship or some place of residence, but also close enough to be able to come into here at night and hunt. Believe there's a river, and I believe it leads to the mountain. It could have a lake at the bottom. I think that might be our best shot to where to start.
Just so you know, that is a 3-day journey.
They would, but this they might be with a rest, but perhaps they could take the river down here.
Yeah.
Which could be faster. Also, the river itself that comes through the area and goes into the bay itself.
We could monitor that's entryway at night. If it's about a 3 days journey, then maybe it won't be exactly in the mountains. Maybe it's that way.
As I said, they're killing people here in the city. If it's a 3-day journey to there, then they're not going there and back 3 days.
Yeah.
In a night. They are near. If they are still here.
They could use the river itself as a place to...
They could...
The closest bit of the river to the city.
They could be in the quay and come up into the city through the river. They could come up onto the boardwalk, onto the dock, and come into town. How far away are we from the docks in this area of town? I haven't seen the map of the Penn Republic in quite some time.
Not very far. Maybe a 10-minute walk.
We could try and check the bay and any caves in the bay.
We could, yes.
Have no fear, we have someone to secure the scene. Well, what have we discovered?
Hi.
Do you need to take a look at the bodies or?
Yeah, they look dead.
Brilliant.
Wow.
I was supposed to be on a desk today. As he says that, several other guards begin to arrive from different pathways. They all begin securing the scenes and taking notes. There's a whole CSI montage as things get taped off and evidence is collected.
While they're doing this, you mentioned like crates and whatnot in the alley. Can I pull off of one of the crates a plank of wood? Just rip it off.
Go for it. That's easy enough with your strength score.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to step on a corner of it and just bend and snap it until one part of it is a pointed end.
Okay.
Makeshift stake.
I can whittle if you want.
If you'd like, we do have a 10-minute walk to the pier. After all,
Oh, why are we headed to the pier? Do we think our suspect may be hiding there?
There's caves along the bay, then yeah, it's possible.
and if they are staying at all nearby one another, perhaps the others are staying in the general area.
Fist makes a face. You could see the light bulb, or in this case, the candle, light up in her head. Watch her scrunch up with frustration. That sounds like something that perhaps that aquatic hooling at our first scene of murder could be able to assist with. Aquatic caves and all.
That would be very useful, yes.
Perhaps we could locate the gentleman and see what he knows.
Would you be able to do that, Fisscourth?
Arat cannot see, but the look that Fisscourth gives is withering. As much as I'm learning about prejudices
Prejudices?
and learning to overcome them, prejudices, thank you, my dear. I have to admit, it is a bit frightening for me to speak to one, but I will do my damnedest.
Okay. I believe in you. This is part of your new journey of growth.
Yuiza, would you like to accompany Fisscourth?
Yes. I would also like to point out that, if I'm not mistaken, there are a lot of underground tunnels here, we've been told.
I'm hoping to look into this with Sulong once he returns.
Speaking of Sulong, you make it to Farrington Grocers with Nora. They're not open yet, but Nora pulls a key from her pocket and fumbles a little, unlocking the door and rushing inside.
Sulong will follow with her. I think Sulong has known fear, but I think this is like the first time in a long while he's actually trembling. And he's just trying to steady his breathing.
You stand there steadying yourself. Nora rushes through the grocery store to the back and opens a door. You hear rushed footsteps up the stairs. Then you hear a bounce and a crash and the scream of a gentleman who is rudely awoken by his sister. There's a confused argument that happens before the two of them come back downstairs. Nora, far more awake than he is, still in his pajamas. What happened?
Hey, sorry to wake you up so early. Some people got killed last night, close by.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Is that not shocking news to you?
I haven't had... I have had 2 hours of sleep and no coffee. Who died?
some nobles from the party. I think I recognized one as Voron Talborn. And some lady with him.
Albrecht looks to his sister. Did we know them? Nora shakes her head. Not really, no. Okay. Hot cocoa. Coffee. Are you staying?
No, I gotta get back to it.
Okay.
I recommend trying to get out of the city for now. We've got a lead on who it might be. You wouldn't happen to know anything about brine vampires, would you?
It's a brine vampire.
Alright, that explains a lot. He'll turn to Nora as her brother goes off to make coffee and hot cocoa. I want to say stay safe.
Yeah. You too. There's no way that I can convince you not to go after whatever did that, right?
I kind of have to.
Here, take this. And she pulls off a necklace. It has a little flower charm on it. It's for good luck. I've had it for forever. It's never failed me. So
You will bend down so that she can put it around his neck.
she does.
First thing I do when I get back, I'll come see you, okay?
Okay. Right.
Cup's face, pulls her in, kiss, lets her
Aw.
go, turns and runs.
In front of the brother?
He's
Yeah,
making
in front-
coffee. She'll process that in like 1 to 2 business days.
Yeah, give her some time.
But you head back after making sure she's all right. Yuiza and Fisscourth, you two are heading down to the docks?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
I believe that's where they worked.
Okay. You would be correct. Can the two of you can either both roll perception as you head down there, or you can, only one of you can roll and take advantage. Who would like to roll?
Yuiza is good at spotting people in a crowd.
I got +0 perception, I will be honest.
Shoot, Fizz has got 3, so I think it's gonna be Fizz because she has her big hat now, so the sun's glare won't affect her.
Yeah, all my points went to healing.
All right, I'll roll with advantage then. We've got a dirty 20 and a dirty 22. We'll take the 22.
Fizz, you spy 2 things. You do spy as you are swooping ahead of Yuiza, where Glasha and some of the other aquatic Ahuling are helping to pull in the day's catch. But just before you get down to the docks area, you have to pass by a few more businesses. And as the two of you are passing by the Red Oak Tavern, just behind it you see something. You see a lute on the ground.
Fizz would not think much of this. Okay, there's probably just some drunken bard who's puking their guts out behind there and left their very expensive loot. Not smart, as Fizz has learned in cities. But she will keep on moving and probably won't notice, but is definitely going to stop when she sees this group of aquatic Ahulings because, oh my god, these are the childhood monsters that she was told ate naughty little baby Ahulings. And she's gonna get her courage up.
You two get down to the docks.
I'm assuming I don't see this because I gave advantage.
You do not see it unless Fizz says something.
Probably after. Don't worry. Not gonna be at the
Sure.
top of her mind.
All right. Don't worry. Don't worry about the information that the DM just gave you on top of what
I'm
you're looking
worrying
for.
about it, but I'm also trying not to metagame.
Also trying not to metagame because Fizz wouldn't give a damn.
This is so much fun for me.
Torturous for me.
Yeah. Do the two of you approach to say hello?
Yes. Yuiza, so she hasn't been told about anything. And once they're spotted, like, oh, that's them, right? That's the is he the blue one?
This just does the nervous toddler thing where she peeps from behind Yuiza. Yeah, that one in the middle of that group of them with the very sharp teeth and frightening aquatic
Also have very
appendages.
sharp teeth.
Yes, but mine are ones I grew up with. I know these teeth.
I suppose.
Go and ask everything. Okay. She's pulling down her little hat and nervously watching.
Okay. Okay. Hello, hi. Hi, sorry to interrupt your work.
No, you need to tie it like this. Oh, hi. Hi, you were the ones from the... they duck their head down into the water and come back up. You were the ones from the street the other night, weren't you?
Yes, hi. I didn't quite catch your name.
Oh, my name's Glasha. And they kick their feet and their hands move forward. And you see, Yuiza, as they reach forward in the water, their hands are, at the end of their wings, they're slightly webbed. Their wings are smaller than Fisscourth's, more streamlined, used more as fins rather than flappy wings. And they paddle on over to you, their big blue ears twitching backwards and forwards in the water like little radar dishes.
So you know the Uncanny Valley?
Yeah.
Look
Look at a mirror, isn't
Fisscourth's
it?
experiencing right now. No, not at all.
What do you need? We just caught some mackerel. Do you want some mackerel?
Maybe later, but we were actually looking for you and wondering if you could help us out with something, Glasha.
Oh, I'd be happy to. You got some fishing that needs to be done? I'm real good at pulling in the nets.
No, but I think I was hoping with your experience in the water, maybe you would know if there were any caves nearby the city here in the bay.
Oh, there's a whole bunch of them.
Would you be able to point me in the direction of any that would maybe be big enough for a person to be in?
Well... and they dunk back under the water as they stop paddling to scratch their head behind their ear, bobbing back up a moment later. Well, there's a bunch over that way. There's a bunch over that way. And, how big's the person that's gotta fit in them?
I don't know, actually.
Oh.
Have you noticed anything weird around the bay recently at all?
Anything slinking around in the water that isn't yourself?
Yeah.
Slinking in the water? I flip in the water. I found a cool rock.
That's really cool.
Yeah, look at it. And they hold it up. And it's a purplish rock with black veining going through it, Yuiza. Reminiscent of what the Pearl's corruption looked like.
Can I see that real quick?
Yeah, here you go. And they paddle forward a little bit more and hand the rock over to you.
She'll take it kind of like with the edge of her skirt just in case. Does it seem to be like a piece of something or just like a rock?
Go ahead and roll nature for me.
+3, that'd be 13.
This appears to be a chunk of coral. Coral, as folks know, is a living creature itself. It appears to be a chunk that has broken off of a piece of coral fairly recently.
Huh. Glasha, do you mind if I keep this for a moment?
Yeah, I could go get more.
There's more of this?
Yeah, it's all over the place. It's out there. And they point out to the harbor, just past the harbor gates. Go ahead and roll perception for me.
We just established I have +0 there. It's a 16.
The gates to the harbor are currently open. And just past them to where Glasha is pointing, you see anchored a large galleon. Its mast is quite tall. The sails are currently not furled. And there's a flag flying above it, but you can't quite make out what is on that flag.
Glasha, for now, I would suggest you don't pick any more of this up just for now, because it looks a little weird. Just to be safe.
Fizz is just going to tap your shoulder. Why don't you show me where you found this particular, gemstone? I cannot swim, so you will have to guide me, but I will glide above the waves. Yuiza, also, I should mention, there was a loot outside of the tavern we passed that could be a potential thief. I could handle this. It's only observation. If combat occurs, I will most certainly call upon the guards.
Discourse. Do not fly past the gates. Leave us where they are. And don't let Glasha get too close either.
She just side-eyes this adorable little creature, but she nods solemnly. Cleric's oath.
I'll go check that out. Just be careful.
Godspeed. Come along, young thing. Show me the most safe route. Let's not go beyond the gates. We don't want to engage in any naval tomfoolery.
I'm sorry, did you just swear on the cleric's oath, the smut book that I made up in this world?
Yes, look. She thinks it's a very serious book that covers what clerics' love lives should be.
This is why we can't have nice things. You give your players smut, and then they start using it like it's the Bible.
Hey, Fizz doesn't know that it's not a Bible, okay?
Good grief. Glasha will take you out to the bay. You are going to go towards the ship?
Yes, I want to get a better look, but not going beyond the gates.
Okay. You begin following Glasha, and they glide through the water, Fisscourth. When they dive underneath, similar to how dolphins dive, breaking up above and back down, the water glistens off of their wings and gives them this iridescent sheen you've never seen before on any sea creature you've yet to encounter. And as you near the gates, they stop, bobbing back up in the water, pointing out to the ship. It was just past that one.
As Fizz peers over the glare of the water, can she make out the symbols on the ship a little better?
Roll perception. I'll let you have advantage.
Oh,
You have
I do have
Glash's
this
help.
adorable look. I do.
You do.
Right, perception 1. That's 14. Perception 2. We gotta take the 14. That was a 7.
You look out, and from this distance, it is not difficult to make out the orchid that is on this black sail. Exactly the same as the tattoo that you inspected on the arm of the pirates.
Hey, GM, can I roll a constitution save? I don't like the fact that they're so close to us. And I don't know how to deal with them. I think an 18 is good enough to stop a panic attack, but Fizz almost, like, her nails touch the water for just a moment, and she's able to shut herself up. What was your name again, little one?
As you look down, what you missed with your perception check was what was coming for Glasha. As you look down asking for their name, you see a long tentacle reach up from the water. Glasha doesn't realize it either as they're looking up at you to answer their name. And it grabs them around the middle and drags them under. What do you do?
Fist dives into the water.
You dive into the water. Are you trying to attack the tentacle that has itself wrapped around Glasha?
Absolutely. I think she is wrapping herself around it and casting inflict harm if possible.
Okay, go ahead. Do that.
All right, let's see. Inflict wounds. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does hit.
All right, it is going to take 60 10 necrotic damage. It is going to take 25 damage as Fist bear hugs this thing and just sends every evil, horrible thought that she has. Just leave them alone. Leave Glasha alone. Leave Glasha alone.
How many points of damage was that?
25.
25. Perfect. That was more than enough to kill this vampire squid. And you, as you push all of this energy and think those thoughts to let go of Glasha, you feel the tentacle release. And as you look into Glasha's surprised face, just behind them, you see the body of this squid begin to drift towards the surface as Glasha reaches for you and paddles both of you up as well.
That's when Fist remembers she can swim.
Oh, what was that thing?
Fist is just coughing up seawater. I have never seen such a beast, but if I... It has to do with a very wretched group who I believe are tied deeply to that investigation that you saw me on that night. I need to find my friends.
Okay.
Are you well? Do you need healing?
I think I'm okay. They just have a little bruise on their arm. They only took 2 points of damage from that grapple. Do we need to do anything about that? And they point back at the squid.
Can I observe the squid now that it's floated to the surface?
Go ahead.
All right, let's roll nature. Nat 20, baby. That's a 19, though.
The squid doesn't look like anything you've seen in the biology books that you've been perusing. Granted, you have stayed away from most of the sea creature stuff. It's ooky spooky, and nothing that comes from the water can be good, as you have said so yourself. So you're not quite sure what it is. But you have a pretty good sense that it shouldn't be here in the bay.
It certainly doesn't belong here. It looks like it belongs somewhere darker, deeper.
It looks like it's spoiled already.
Really? Does it look like it's rotting?
It doesn't look like it's rotting, but as Glasha kind of pokes at it and makes it spin over in the water to get a better look at it, you see more of that black veining, like what was on the pearl.
Glasha, I need you to get me back to the docks, and I need you to tell all your friends and family to not approach this ship, this squid. It is deeply corrupted. And she's gonna snatch their little hand with her little claw. Do you understand me?
Yeah, I do. Okay.
will you help me? And Fist just, her big wings just flap uselessly in the water.
Fold your wings in and hang on tight. Your wings will cause too much drag. And Glasha will hang on to you and rocket you through the water. It is the equivalent of being like towed on the back of a boat in like an inner tube. You are just zipping through the water. It's actually kind of fun. And you are back almost as fast as if you had flown yourself. She's so fast.
So fast.
There you go. I'll alert the harbor and tell them to stay away. They're not gonna like that they have to take a day off fishing, but better safe than sorry.
And remember, keep them away from that boat, but keep
Right.
eyes on it. You are very brave, young Glasha, and she is going to hold their little face in her talons and cast Healing Word at first level to heal their bruise.
Oh, thanks. I'm not young.
Really? How old are you then? You sound awfully young by Hoarding standards at the very least.
I'm 42.
Oh. I didn't realize that surface beings aged more quickly. You know, very good job, associate.
Glasha is just looking at you so confused. Yuiza. Fisscourth left you. Are you waiting at the docks for her to return?
Well, Fisscourth told them to go check out a loot, and she's like, okay, a loot. Buy a bar. Okay, let's see. When she realizes the red oak, she's like, ugh.
Go ahead and actually no, you don't have to roll for this because Fisscourth told you where to go. You do go back to the Red Oak. And there's a narrow passageway, not quite an alley, that leads to another narrow passageway. These buildings down here are all built far too close together. Just enough space for two people of, we'll say, average human build to walk shoulder to shoulder. And at first you do see the discarded loot. The wooden body, finely crafted with a striped inlay on the back. As your eyes travel up the neck of the instrument, you see a delicate, pale hand with fingers curled around it as if poised to play.
I think she pauses for a second. Has she seen this loot before?
You have.
Is the skin like pale or like white?
White.
Where have I seen this loot before, Sarah?
Are you getting closer to look at whose hand it is?
Yeah.
As you look closer and move for a better view, you stare into the lifeless eyes of Jay, the bard whose performance your party took in on the first day you arrived in the Panu Republic, who talked to you and Fisscourth in the bar and explained to you about the changelings like them and the villages that they lived in the Feywild.
I think Yuiza looks down, and I think they're frozen for a moment. A weird sense of relief, but it's quickly overshadowed by guilt and sadness. And they kind of go down to the body and check to see if they have marks on their neck.
You reach down, and you don't have to roll medicine. They do. They have been drained of blood.
I think she closes their eyes, give a moment of silence. After a moment, they will look for a guard. I think they'll make sure that Jay, before they do that, is like if their shirt was rumpled, kind of fix it up a little bit. Make sure that their hair's like behind their ear. And then go get a guard.
You have to walk a little further than you expected to find a guard. It seems that they don't patrol the docks quite as much as the rest of town. And as you return with a couple of them, you see a lot of distrusting looks from the shopkeepers and the fishermen. Not too happy to see someone bringing town guards here to their territory. But no one really messes with you. And the guards, again, warden off the area, start taking notes, inspecting things, taking report from you. Fisscourth, this is probably about the time that you return with Glasha to the docks and part ways with them.
Fiss, I think, for once, reads the room. This is no simple Grand Theft loot. Sheep. Yuiza is just going to feel very wet little talon reach for her wrist. Is everything all right? You look blanched.
There's another body.
Someone you know.
Barely. We met them here at the Red Oak. Their name was Jay. They were barred at the festival.
Oh, Yuiza. She's just going to lean half of her very wet, furry body on you.
She'll take it even if it's wet. Are you okay? You weren't supposed to get into the water.
She gives you a big, wet, puppy-eyed look. Well, I don't exactly have the best news.
What happened? Glasha okay?
They're just fine. It's just that the Black Orchid, that's their ship. And when Glasha took me well within the bounds of the gate, mind you, a squid, undead, much like those birds and those creatures, attacked. I was able to fend it off, but they're here, and they're very, very close.
We have to do something about this today. If not, more people are going to die. We should have done something about this last night.
And what could have we done? We were near half death ourselves. We were beaten senseless by crabs and dealing with cursed pearls and finding... These vampires, there's more of them than there's us, and they have centuries of experience on us. We have to move quickly, you're right. We're only mortal. We need someone who knows how they move.
I'm just saying maybe it wouldn't be another 3 people dead. Who knows how many more. Just get back to the boys. They need to know about this corruption in the boat.
This'll nod, put a wing around you. Remember, you cannot blame yourself for this. You did not put the blade nor the fangs to their necks. This is not your fault.
No, but we slept through it. It's fine. Let's just get back here, and she'll kind of start prestidigitating Fisscourth dry.
Quick vibe check. Everyone doing okay?
Yes.
We're doing so good. This is so scary.
Okay, good.
I will say I was so scared. I'm like, you just gave me hope of my dad being alive. Do not take it away. I was like, they're not that cruel.
Bigger plans for you and your daddy than a measly little vampire death, okay?
That doesn't reassure me either.
But like in a fun way, right?
But in a fun way, yeah.
Okay.
In a fun way.
I think this would be a good spot for us to all go take a little break, get some water, and we'll come back for the second half. How's that sound, everybody?
Good.
That sounds great.
All right. Be back in 10, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Welcome back, everybody. We just stretched our legs, got a little silly, and we hope that you did too. Although this break happens in like a blink of an eye for y'all, so whatever you did in that blink, I hope it was a very good blink. I hope your eyes are well lubricated. Anyways, that was less awkward in my head. Let's go back, shall we? Yuiza Fisscourth, are the two of you going back to find the rest of your party?
Let's go find them lads.
Okay, easily enough done. You head back to the first murder scene. Arat, Sulong, are the two of you still there?
I was waiting for Sulong to get back because he was at Nora's.
Yeah.
While I'm waiting, I'm breaking off a couple more planks of like from the crate and just creating like just sharpened points. And at some point with the guards securing the scene, I'm going to speak up loud and say, "Who is in charge of this group here?"
I suppose that would be me. You hear a feminine voice call out to you.
I'll pivot and go towards the voice. I am curious, between the death outside of Ali's Alchemical and the previous deaths that I had heard about, rumors flying about, is there a reason that a curfew has not been instilled in the city?
Well, until now, none of them looked like they were connected. Something's ramping up in the city.
Agreed.
What's your name?
Arat.
Pleasure to meet you, Arat. Claudia Darrow. And there's a pause for a minute. Oh, sorry.
You held your hand
I-
out, didn't you?
I did, yes.
Okay,
Is that
I'll
okay?
reach my hand. I'll reach my hand out and let her take it.
And you shake this woman's hand. It is gloved. She has a plate. She has a plated glove on, and you hear the clink of armor as well. So you have picked up more leads, I take it?
Potentially, yes. My compatriot back there, gesturing back to where Matthias was, and my other wardens, we have a potential lead, but in terms of where to go for this, well, that is what the other two have. That is where the others have gone. In the meantime, I believe that a curfew may be a very safe bet, as these deaths all happen after sundown.
I'm thinking the same thing. Looks to be vampires by the marks on their neck.
That seems to be the case. Hell, with sundown in tow, that would tie together quite nicely.
Well, I'll see you to it done.
Have you experienced vampires before, Guard Darrow? You seem plussed at the concept.
Oh, yeah. My family's dealt with them plenty. Normally, they're more up towards the mountains, though.
Your family?
Mm-hmm.
Are you a family of hunters?
Sort of. Not much in the way of hunting anymore, but, yeah. I guess you could say that.
Interesting. I do not do not meet many people that are so comfortable with the concept.
Yeah, well, it's kind of a dying occupation, what with the majority of them keeping to themselves in the mountains and cities being safe and all that. But good news is the skills transfer to other things.
Clearly, you have found good work in this regard.
Yeah, well, what can I say? I got a face that they like to stick on a poster.
I will take your word for it.
You over there, get a dispatch off to the castle. And she starts relaying orders to the other guards, sending them to install that curfew that you suggested. And we'll say that this is roughly the time the rest of you return. Sulong, you get back first. You were closer by. Saying goodbye to Nora didn't take quite as long. And not long after, Fizz and Yuiza come back. The three of you go ahead and roll perception on your return.
Natural 20.
19.
You all return and you see the scene is clamoring with castle guards this time. And rounding the corner into the alley, the bodies have been covered. They're in the process of being moved from the side of the Glimspark Emporium books. And you see Arat casually chatting with Captain Claudia Darrow, the head of the Realms Guard.
Yeah, let's continue the conversation of, with these transferable skills, Captain Darrow, did you wish to be contacted when we have our lead to take care of the problem, or do you entrust it to us Wardens?
Well, I think any warden worth their salt is going to be able to handle this.
I should certainly hope so.
Send word back through any of the guards. It'll come straight to me anyways.
Well, then I can tell you directly. Hello, there is another victim by the docks.
Hello?
Hi.
The docks, you say?
Yeah.
This is one of my fellow wardens, Yuiza. Yuiza, this is Captain Claudia Darrow.
Yes. See your face on the post.
Yeah. Those damn posters. Where about at the docks?
By the Red Oak.
Huh, okay.
Oh, hello, yes, I am also a warden. There's also, and really this applies to all of us, but there is a ship that you should be aware of. It bears the sigil of a black orchid. All sorts of cursed things and undead creatures seem to be spawning from it, and I believe it to be the source of all of our problems. We encountered a battalion of their pirates just in the mountains when we were tracking down the other potential lead for the murders that occurred earlier. Those poor chemical shop owners.
Fisscourth, you said that Black Orchid ship is in the docks right now.
It's outside
Just
of
beyond the
city
gate.
gates. Yeah.
Then we should go now.
Just to clarify as the DM, it's not at the docks. The gate to the harbor, you have the whole bay, and then the land comes inward. The gates would have to open to let ships in and out. The ship is past that, so they have not come into the bay. Yeah.
Okay. All right, but the Arat's point will still stand. Of we should go now. Then, if they're so close, and he's gonna hold out like the sharpened wooden that he's gotten. Just one of you
We
that
should
can see.
talk about things for a minute first.
It is
So take
daylight.
one. I understand. 5 minutes.
I'll leave you all to it.
Thank you, Captain.
Thank you, Cap. What was the castle guard here?
Because many people have died. I
Yes.
imagine that the king and queen have sent their guard out.
I didn't think they would send the castle guard specifically.
They are.
They're
Also a pair of nobles.
There are nobles, and there are nobles that were at the party, and additionally, this is now the potentially 4th or 5th set of bodies, if rumor tacks on to the last few nights. I'm not surprised at this point. I am surprised that a curfew was not put into effect, but I just asked her to do that.
Yeah, well, they should also check out any and all other alleyways in this. But there's more to just this ship. Whatever they're doing there, it is corrupting things around it. We spoke to Glasha and they found this, what they mentioned as a coal rocket is a piece of coral, but it has the same veining as the pearl that we did.
Matthias?
He's here?
I assumed like he was downstairs with us and like helped Fisscourth out into the
Yeah, he's
the
still
streets.
here
I
with
assumed
you,
he came
Arat.
with us.
Mhm.
Yes, I'm like calling him over to like look at this thing that is being described to me with the coral, if it's there, or hear about this.
This will also describe the vampire squid.
This is all good information, but I think that it still is most important that it is daylight, and if these vampires are in the ship, even one of them, now is the time.
Yes, we just have to be aware of what's going on there. We don't know how strong whatever is corrupting things is on the ship itself, so we need to be careful. And that's coming from me.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, well, I have someone I need to see soon. I'd like to make it out of this alive.
Good. Well then,
You suppose your quad-legged bow misses you quite dearly. We'll make sure that it's fast then. Set the ship ablaze if we must.
I assume Brian vampires can swim, so let's stake the bastards and...
that is why I have these. I'm waving them in like the sharpened wood in my hand for whoever can actually see to hit them in the heart.
Be careful, you might poke out an eye.
Okay. I'll take one, though. I don't think stabbing someone through the ribs is within my wheelhouse. But I will try. I meant like through. Do you know how hard it is to stab through the ribs into the heart?
No.
It takes a lot of strength.
If they are asleep in the daytime, then you will have to simply put it over their chest and put all of your body weight onto it.
Okay. I understand you want to go. I understand you're frustrated at it. And we are switching roles right now, and it is very weird for me right now. But we need to be prepared and not going, for lack of a better term, blindly.
Of course, we're not. We are going prepared. That's why I spent my time here crafting makeshift stakes instead of
Did
simply
we
going
try
down
and
immediately.
stop by a temple and see if they have holy water vials?
That could be useful, though maybe not for the Brian vampire. Perhaps holy consecrated dirt instead, according to your book.
Yes. Maybe we can steal some of their dirt too.
Could I see that corrupted coral?
Yes. I didn't touch it just in case, so.
I'll
It
use a
didn't-
hanky.
Yeah, but, I mean, Glasha didn't see anything too affected by it at all, really.
As I'm inspecting it, can I glean anything with like a nature or arcana check?
Go ahead and roll nature on it.
Yes, chef. 16?
It appears to be coral, recently broken off. Seems to be under the same effects as the corruption that was affecting the pearl.
Try to tap my Mace of Brilliance's mace head against it to see what happens.
You tap it against it, and there is a pop of radiant magic. And then it shatters.
Yeah, I ordered my steak medium well anyway. I'm hitting them with this. And he'll hold the Mace of Brilliance in his hand.
This will take up her little hammer from Tyr. I'm not sure what terms we are on, but Tyr seemed rather helpful and wouldn't mind putting a few murderers to dust, I assume.
We're walking and talking.
You all can hit them with whatever you want to. A wooden stake through the heart of a vampire immobilizes them, which allows you to hit them as many times as you want to without a problem.
So I was going for the kneecaps.
Not quite the same, I promise you.
Makes a fair point. We'll start with stakes. Could I have a few, my dear?
I've only got the 3, so...
We can share.
As we walk towards we're going towards the dock and we're stopping by, we're finding a temple along the way, was the intention?
It might be a good idea. See if I can
DM
take some
again.
other dirt.
Yeah, I don't have the map of the city in front of me anymore from however many episodes ago. Is there a temple within trajectory?
There are many temples. One of you can roll investigation to find one.
I'll roll. You go roll? You want to roll?
No, I got a +1. If anyone got a better one, you can
I
go.
got +6.
I'll help you.
Yeah, that's you.
It's a tag skill for me, so I can assist.
Would I be able to roll with advantage if I'm being helped?
How are you helping, Sulong?
Piggybacking Yuiza up to a roof, we'll look around for any big landmarks that are like holy symbols. Yeah.
You find a little temple tucked out of the way. You find a temple to Umberly.
Okay, well, this might be good. This might be good. Can I roll religion to see what I know of Umberly?
Sure.
Eight. Her name sure is Umberly.
You know that's the sea god, and you're heading towards the water.
Well, they're a sea god. Her god is, so maybe we can help. She's gotta look for a priest or priestess in this temple.
Yuiza, you look around, and you see a woman. She's young, probably late teens, with straight, cropped, dyed green hair and blue eyes. She has rough, golden scaled skin. Standing about 5'5", with a little bit of a beefy build, she's currently hunched over, arranging some seashells near the altar.
Hello.
Hi. How can I help you?
I was wondering, I know this may sound weird, but if you had any consecrated dirt.
Consecrated, like from a graveyard?
From like consecrated ground.
We have to fight the
guess.
undead, so if you
Oh,
have anything.
Yeah, and they're like in the water and they're like affecting the things in the ocean. And I figured like Umberly is a sea goddess.
We're not good at this
Oh.
deity thing.
Yeah, I guess you know what? Here, let's try, this should work, I think. And she pries up one of the slabs of the stone floor, and reaches under. This should be consecrated.
Oh, okay.
Just put it in the bag. Thank you.
Yeah, no, you're totally welcome.
Here, she's going to reach into her bag, and because she comes from an island, she has seashells, that she's tucked away. Because I come from an island, I have a bunch of seashells in my house, and not in a decorative sense. They're just around.
I think you also still have a bag of seashells that I picked up at your house.
I still have a bag of seashells. It's a really big bag, guys.
Now this is world building.
This is world building. So she's gonna take out a few seashells and she's going to put them at the altar. Because she feels bad just taking her dirt. So she's like, I guess in exchange for the dirt, then hopefully you watch over us in a good way, Umberly, as we try to get rid of this poison in your sea.
I don't have anything like sea-wise. Does she take monetary donations?
Umberly, no, but the temple does. There's an offering box over there.
I'll just walk over and put a gold piece in it.
Thank you, priestess. I didn't ask for your name. I'm so sorry. We're kind of in a hurry.
Yeah.
Oh, my name's Mabel. It's nice to meet you.
Thank you, Mabel. We appreciate it. Thank you for the bag of dirt.
Yeah, no, not the weirdest thing that I've ever been asked for in a temple, but have fun with it, I guess.
Common. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. Yeah. Good luck.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Okay. Just in case there's other undead, right? I don't know. Anyway, let's keep walking.
DM, very quickly, I let the others go into the temple, and I'm taking a few steps around to the side. I have a sending scroll on my person, and I'm using it away from the others.
Okay.
And I'm sending a message to De Lavon, my sire.
Okay.
Mercy has aligned with 2 other vampires in Pani Republic. People are dying. I am going to kill her soon. This is my only message.
The message connects, and it's a few moments before you hear the familiar voice of De Lavon. Being driven from the mountains was bound to have consequences. You will make your choices in this world, just as Mercy has made theirs. Come home.
Nod to myself right up until those last 2 words. I paused, discard the spent scroll, and walk back over to the others as they're coming out of the temple.
Have a bag of dirt.
Wonderful.
It's consecrated.
If you think about it, a stake to the heart will kill most things.
But Arat said they would just immobilize them.
Correct. It's paralyzing, but it's still very effective.
Fizzle tilts her head a little bit at Arat. I think she kind of notes that something's off, but now is not the time.
You think if I hit them with the bag of dirt, it'll be the same as just hitting them with the sock full of copper coins?
Presumably, but faith holds quite a bit of influence, especially against the undead. All I have to do is say a word, and most lesser will just walk away. Clearly not because of my wonderful personality and whatnot. No. Faith, my friends, is the key.
Dirt and faith.
Shall we?
Let's go.
Let's go.
We need to get a boat. Back to the docks?
Yes.
Yep.
Alright.
You all head back to the docks, and as you take the same route that Yuiza and Fisscourth took previously, there is a smaller guard presence here, clearing out one of the alleyways. One that you were in previously, Yuiza, where Jay was lying. They have been moved from where they were. You don't know to where. And the docks have been emptied out. It seems, Fisscourth, that Glasha listened closely to what you had to say and did exactly as you asked. There is not a single fisherman out on the water. There is not a single fishmonger at their stall. Just a few faces peer out from the businesses nearby. Likely the people who live down here full time.
That's a relief. I did ask for the docks to be weary. I wasn't expecting an evacuation. Hopefully, we could ask someone for a boat.
Maybe one of the shops or houses might have a boat we can pay them for. Borrow.
Is there like a dockmaster station?
There is. It is towards the northern end of the docks.
I can go check and see if the dockmaster's still in, see if they have anything we can use.
Yeah. Yeah.
Head up that way. Do you knock on the door, or do you just go in?
Knock on the door. I don't want to, like, immediately burst in and then get skewered.
Fair enough. You knock on the door, and you are greeted almost nose to nose by a female half-elf. Her bright eyes look at you, surprised, not expecting someone to be there as she was reaching for the door handle. She has short, curled red hair and golden eyes and rough pink skin. She's just barely the same eye height as you. Oh, hi.
Oh, wow. Hi. Sorry.
Everyone needs to evacuate. You should be here.
Oh, he'll reach in his coat and flash his warden badge.
Oh. Well, that changes things. Did you need something, or?
We need to commandeer a boat or like a dinghy if you got one lying around.
Commandeer one?
Yeah, for warden business on the water. I could pay too, if that's cool.
Yeah, you're gonna pay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not a town guard. It'll
Did they
be
get
20 silver for a boat.
Oof. How big's the boat?
Seats 8.
Oh, that's plenty big. I have exactly 20 silver.
You good at rowing?
Pretty decent. I mean, I'm gonna break a couple of records if I try.
Yeah, I bet you could. All right, here, you have some paperwork to sign.
Okay.
And the dockmaster will have you sign release forms. And
Say she had red hair.
Yeah. You want
No.
Yuiza,
Are you coming as we must focus?
No, I'm just listen, I'm not there. It's fine.
Anyways, you sign these release forms. You are given a small boat. It seats 8. You will have to row out. Now, Matthias will point out to all of you. I believe one of the pirates did get away, yes?
Yep.
Yes, so they might be expecting.
We're
Expecting
Or at
us,
least on the
or...
lookout.
Yes, there's no cover between here and there for the boat. Are you sure it's wise to go during the day?
The vampire will be awake at night.
well,
They
stronger.
can defend themselves, however. That squid attacked us the moment we got close, so we should be on alert.
Yes, but Matthias is right as well. Yeah, we should be on alert, but we have to be prepared that between the harbor gates and that ship, we're going to be attacked.
The way I see it, we have one of two options here. Tell me if there are more. We go there in the daytime and potentially have to fight pirates, but not a vampire, or more if they're there. Or we wait until night and we are there, and potentially the vampire is not even there because they're on land with the others, killing more people. Because they're awake. Again, if there are more options, please let me know.
You pretty much listed them all out.
Did anyone do any shopping while they were out?
I got a bag of dirt. I also have some potions that might be useful. But we have to check. Because I mean, flying in might also create the same suspicion. But I do have a potion of flying, and I do have a potion of aqueous form. But that would only work on one of us.
I've got a couple of potions of healing on me, but they're the base level.
I take out the potion of supreme healing I've been holding on to since we got it forever ago.
Since when?
Like, so many sessions ago. Along with the scroll of darkness that I've been holding on to. So many sessions. Yeah, and the rest is all just funny, weird things.
I love how we're just emptying our pockets and seeing what we have.
Hey, Matthias. You wouldn't happen to know any druids, would you?
Here? No.
I know one.
Where?
Sorry? Moon?
She's in Dolan.
Yeah, and then I asked for her to come to me in my mind, and then there she was.
Right, she gave us tea.
Yeah, and cookies.
Right, yes. Do you think she could be of assistance here? But at the very least, she could help us buy some potions.
Oh, do we have money, don't we?
We have money. I was just
This
wondering
has
if
40
we could...
gold.
That's not a lot.
I have 300.
We have money.
I was wondering, though, if we could get a druid or two to help change the weather around here in our favor.
Maybe, but is it like a sunny day out right now?
Yeah, it's a beautiful, clear day.
I mean, that's probably the best we're going to get, because we're gonna need the sun to fight them.
Oh, yeah, but we're walking and talking. On the approach, we could at least pull up a fog bank so they don't know where we are.
Well, do we have maybe like a potion of fog? I don't know if that's an actual potion, but like
No, it'd be a
something to
scroll because it affects out, not in.
I just waggle my scroll of darkness again.
Yeah, but
It's
wouldn't
not-
it just be like
it's
a
not massive, but 15
orb
feet.
of darkness that'd be swimming towards them?
15 feet of darkness. Perhaps more useful on the boat.
Yeah.
Let's go shopping.
Actually, I have more gold than I thought. I have 350.
I have 295.
Am I the richest person here?
Probably because you don't buy anything.
Also, Arat's had 100 of years to build credit. Don't be mean.
That's not where my money came from. My money came from beating you guys at darts.
I have almost 500 because I have 2, what is this, platinum.
Oh, yeah, so it's you.
I got money.
Cool.
Just to interject here real quick, we all look suddenly very different because there was a recording snafu and our shopping portion of the episode is unfortunately going to have to be cut because it was an audio error that is not fixable. So, however, we're going to go around and quickly summarize what everyone bought in preparation to go into this fight. Starting with RJ, what did Sulong pick up at the shops?
4 potions of healing greater for 150?
150, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So go ahead and make sure that that gold is correct in your inventory. Satan, what did you pick up on your shopping trip?
Got a scroll of fog cloud, some healing potions, and a potion of invisibility. And I think I spent about 300 gold on it.
Okay, cool. I got that as well. And Zach, what did Arat pick up at the shops? You spent quite a big chunk of your money.
I did, yes. There was a whole bunch of anti-vampire scrolls. So it was Dispel Good and Evil, Moonbeam, and Lightning Bolt.
Perfect. And I think that's like around 300 as well, right? Okay. Now, there was a chat request due to a poll that Abby should go back and interact with Cassandra, which we are going to do. Abby did lead the charge to go back to Cassandra's shop. And I believe you picked up 4 potions of greater healing. Is that correct?
I did, and I dropped my money all over the floor, and I practically swooned, and I think I got myself into a fey deal.
So,
I don't know.
Abby's character picked up 4 potions of greater healing, which they got for free because Cassandra made an offer that if Fisscourth were to owe them a favor, they could have all 3 of their potions at no charge.
See, I thought she was just gonna ask for a kiss.
I mean, she could. Do you want her to?
maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a note of that.
They'll never know.
I love that.
And if anyone wants a reenactment, it wasn't swooning. It was more like potions. Please, potion.
Pretty lady.
Please.
Yeah, so it's that meme drawing of like the little green frog on the floor crying with his McDonald's spilled all over the place, and like a big-titted woman like standing above him. That was Fisscourth's interaction. Just tears in her eyes with her coins all over the floor. Gorgeous.
She is taller
woman.
than you. I will give you that.
How tall?
But anyways, that is our shopping summary. Thank you everyone so much. And I promise you, unfortunately it did have to be cut, but we will get you more Fisscourth being a gay little bat in the future. All right, back to what we recorded previously. You head out to Arcanious Arcana, and the shop is roughly the size of 4 normal size shops. As you walk in, there is all manner of blinking, twinkling, whirling item on display. You peer off past the initial displays that greet you at the door, welcoming you in, and you see row after row along the wall of potion bottle and small trinket on display. It is loud. It is bright in here. If anyone were so foolish as to set off detect magic in here, they would be in a world of pain.
Wow, there's like so much going on right now. I'm so glad you can't see.
I can hear it.
Yeah, if this is just TV static right now.
Oh, it's so overstimulating, Fizz. And they have really bright overhead lighting.
Is there a perfume aisle?
Of course.
I hate it here already.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole perfume department.
No, I have to walk through one of those.
I would like to be directed towards an attendant who can help me find what we need.
I think there's someone over there. Or it might be one of the many illusions that's here.
Maybe it can help.
You point Arat in the direction of a person, and they are greeted by a hill dwarf. He's, for those of you who can see him, he has a bald head and his eyes are red, a little bloodshot, rough, sunburned skin. He stands roughly 4 feet tall, maybe a little bit under. He's tall for a dwarf and very muscular. And he turns around and looks at you, Arat. How can I help you?
I'm in the market for something with radiance. If you have something repeatable, that is better, but scrolls would be fine.
Scrolls. Let's see. Well, I mean, there's always there's the cantrip. If you have any divinity about you, word of radiance. That what you're looking for? Looking to
I don't, but a member of my party does. What else do you have?
Well, let's see here. Can you do 7th level spells?
I am not bound by levels as far as I'm aware.
It's my 7th level spell. We got Crown of Stars here. That might be something that you're interested in. Let's see here. Or there's Crusader's Mantle.
What's that?
It gives you like a aura, 30-foot radius. Awakens. He stretches out the scroll. Awakens boldness in friendly creatures.
I don't know if that is what I'm looking for. Do you have something of
Okay.
daylight?
Daylight.
Or the sun?
There's the Dawn spell. That's a 5th level evocation. It says evocation on the scroll. That's what you're looking for? That's also a 30-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder. It's pretty tall.
And it will create light in the area.
Yeah. It's the 40-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder.
That could be what I'm looking for. Do you have something of a repeatable effect, or are the scrolls it?
Repeatable. What do you mean?
Item.
I hear many solid items, not just potions and scrolls. Do you have something that generates this ability?
Well, you could put it into a ring of spell storing, or if you know a caster who casts a spell, you could use that. If you're looking to have a specific enchantment done, we do that, but that takes 3 to 4 business days to process, and you also have to fill out the paperwork for it and put down a deposit.
Oh, that's all right. How much is this scroll?
The Dawn one?
Yes.
That's gonna be 150 gold. Yeah, 150 gold.
Very well. And spell storing ring. How much is that? If you have one that is equivalent.
That one is 250. Holds 5 spells. Holds 5 charges.
I'm in a one or the other predicament, and the spell scroll will not come with the spell, so the scroll itself will be. Yes.
Alrighty. Here you go. 1 scroll of dawn.
Thank you.
If you're looking to save a little money, Moonbeam might be more your style too. If you're,
I think I was looking here at your directory.
That could work then. Is that significantly different?
Well, the scroll's cheaper, so technically, if you're looking for something you can do multiple times, you can purchase multiple scrolls and then cast
That's
it
true.
multiple times.
How much is this spell? This Moonbeam spell?
2nd level spell, evocation. That's gonna be 50 gold.
Oh, then I will have 3. I will have 3 of those then for the same cost.
Okay, 3 Moonbeam scrolls coming right up, and here you go. Would you like that gift wrapped?
Oh no, thank you. I'll most likely be using it.
All right.
Can I have a scroll? That one of the scroll of do you have Word of Radiance?
Yes. Word of Radiance. That is 25 gold.
Can I have one of those, please?
No, but you can buy one. Yeah, here you go. Gift wrap.
No, that's fine. Thank you.
Cool. Here you go. Slides it over to you across the counter.
You wouldn't happen to have a magic item that just instantly dusts a vampire, would you?
No, but I do have a broom that'll sweep your house while you're gone. Call it a vroom.
I'm good, thank you. So says as he turns and walks away.
All right. Everybody heading out?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you. You have a good day. Better than ours, hopefully.
Fisscourth just stumbling. She's been trying to find the door handle this entire time with how nightmarish it is in there.
Can I just, like, as I'm walking past Fisscourth, just push the hat over her eyes so she gets a little less stimulated and gently scoop her up to walk outside?
Oh, thank you, so long you are ever the gentleman.
It was getting kind of grating on my nerves too, to be honest.
I would never wish to go in there again. We should never go in there again.
Do you want to stand outside next time while the other two go shopping?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I was a little overstimulated in there.
I will say, as you walked out, Sulong, you did notice that for about 40 copper, you can get a foot-long hot dog. Seems unusually cheap for the size of the food that you get. They do a pizza for just 1 silver.
They have samples.
Oh my god, is this Sarah Roberts? You didn't. Do they also have a
Hey.
chicken bake?
Do you want to go back in and find out?
They weirdly had
Yes.
food samples. I don't know what that was about, but this is like a really good like cocktail sausage. And I don't know what the sauce is, but
They're
you know.
good berry samples.
Yeah.
5 minutes later, Sulong is walking out of the shop, quad-fisting Costco hot dogs.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you're welcome.
Thank
Yes,
you.
this is the world's Costco. You're welcome. Go get your hot dog later. All right, so you are all heading back out. Are you heading down to the docks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless anybody else has anything else they want to buy, then yes, I think so.
Wanted ye old chicken bake, but that's not important when vampires are killing people.
The garlic in the chicken bake.
We'll come back as a celebratory prize to the chicken bake with kill this vampire.
Plural.
Works, and perhaps it will lift our spirits as well.
What do you think are the chances that like all of the vampires are there?
Slim.
Okay.
It's something out of 3.
It's not impossible, but if I were them, I would be most likely posted up in town somewhere.
And one vamp. Yeah, let's go take care of one of them. Hopefully.
And if all 3 are there, then we'll see how it goes.
I think as they're standing in front of the boat before they go, she's just gonna give a quick prayer to all the spirits that are willing to hear her. I need to make it out of this life, please. Where to be?
And as you cast that prayer up, Yuiza, you all load in to the 8-person boat. Matthias still with you. Sulong begins rowing the boat out into the harbor. And as you look out, you see just beyond the harbor gates that are still left up for you, the Black Orchid. Swarms of carrion gulls circle around the ship. Something lurks in the water below as the pirates traverse the ship deck, looking out over the water. And as we are likely heading into a combat, that is where we will call it for this evening, as you're all now prepared to take on the vampires.
Dee-dee-dee,
I thought you were going final countdown.
Me too.
You should be scared. 5 dice were rolled on a list of NPC names. You
And
only
we only
found
heard-
3.
3, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna find them on the ship?
Oh, you'll have to find out.
I'm just glad You know what? I'm not gonna say anything because then Sarah's gonna say something and be like, "Oh, are you sure?" And I'd be like, "Not anymore."
I don't know. I like to think that I cause the fun anxiety that makes you want to go, I need to know what happens next week, so I need to have my butt in the seat. Like, that's what I think I'm doing.
For sure.
It's true.
I'm just, listen, I went through my notes and I'm saying, I'm glad Artelis is out visiting his mother in a different city. And
Yeah.
see, you're doing that thing where I'm like, oh, are you sure? Are you sure about that? Even though that's what I said in one of the episodes?
No, it's just my eyes are starting to hurt because of the light that shines in them for 3 hours when we do this. So I'm just going to look over here and pick at whatever's stuck in my teeth.
Sure.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna look down at my...
The emotional roller coaster I've been through in this episode.
It was an episode.
It's been fun.
Did you know I didn't like roller coasters?
Did you see how instantly red I made RJ's face get as soon as we started the game?
Yeah.
Yep.
It was great. Anyways, thank you for joining us, everybody. We will see you all next time. Don't forget to join us over on patreon.com/the Hype Goblin for the after show, where they're going to continue yelling at me and telling me that I cause too much anxiety and anticipation, but they like it too much.
But it's like the fun one.
It's like a dog waiting to get let outside for walkies.
We'll see you all next week. Everybody wave. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you to the Hype Goblin patrons for your continued support. Your Dungeon Master this evening was Sarah Roberts. Fisscourth was played by Abby Yazzie. Yuiza Fisscourth was played by Alyssa Vamp. Sulong Shen was played by RJ. Arat Kishin was played by Zachary Vaudo. Video editing by Sarah Roberts. Audio editing by Sarah Roberts and Zachary Vaudo. Character art was by Alyssa Vamp. And your introduction video was created by Sir Heckalot. A Twist of Fate, the Luck and Chaos theme, was created by Zachary Vaudo's music project, Sneakernet. You can pick it up now, along with some other fantastic tracks, on Bandcamp. Live event schedule and cast bios are available at hypegoblin.com/luck and chaos.